Go.
Okay, so now I've got my 6 pieces. I've kind of experimented with standing them up. You want them to be pretty firm, so if they're if you try standing them up and they're really wobbly, you're not going to want to start building until they can kind of support themselves. So it's pretty self-explanatory at this point. The bevels make it super nice for them to fit together. So we're just gonna slip and score. I kind of tested and made sure that this all fit together before I went ahead and did all this, because sometimes you get one square longer than another one. So we're gonna slip and score these. And they could probably even be a little bit drier than this. And then I just made these little coils up here to go in the gap. And I'll smooth those out. Now it's gonna get a little bit harder as because the next piece is gonna have a side and it's gonna have a base piece. So I'm gonna need to work quickly, but I wanna make sure I get really nice score marks because the clay is a little bit drier now than it probably was with your coil pots, because you wanna let it sit out and dry, like I said, until it can be freestanding like this. You don't want any clay that's floppy. You also don't want it too dry though, because that makes it a little bit harder to slip and score. So as long as it'll stand, make sure the key is to kind of work quickly so that your scoring and slip doesn't dry out, but you want to make sure that you've got really nice texture. So get the slip on both parts. And you can see what a nice corner that makes and kind of the advantage of the bevel there. And again, it's really nice to have these pieces made up ahead of time. And I just squirted them with water first so that they are really wet clay. And if they're really thick, you might want to, I wouldn't make them thick because that's going to kind of affect the overall look of the inside of your piece. So I'm just kind of pressing them. Again, always support the outside of your piece when you're working on the inside. And then I found that this tool is working pretty good, the back side of this, but really any wooden tool will work too. So always one hand supporting on the outside so that you don't accidentally punch through. Just a gentle reinforcement is good. And then I'll come back and smooth all these out as I go. Okay, you can go ahead and turn that